Hi everyone, my name is Bobby Mahakapong. I come from Bangkok, Thailand. I have been raised in Bangkok and I've been growing up in Bangkok for all my life. I started Amway business back in 2002 and it's been 9 years now since I've been starting the business. I have the same question which you're already having it now, and I'm sure that that question is, what the heck is Amway business? I've been asking this question for quite some time, even before I come across the Amway business, but I never get a chance to understand exactly what Amway is. Today I think is a very good opportunity that you've been approached to the Amway business. For me, I heard about Amway business from a book. I never got anybody coming to my house, knock on my doors, or even email me about the Amway business. I came to the Amway business from a book. Then I tried so much to figure out what it is, and it took me quite some time. Today, I'm going to present to you one very good piece of information that I used to make a decision about the Amway business. But before I get to that, I want to share with you one idea. Many people ask, what are these Amway guy people are doing? And sometimes they look at these people and say, this is the Amway guy. And I ask myself, what is the Amway guy? If they only sell products and making profit like 25%, 35%, is that all they've been doing in the Amway business? Why they need those kind of meetings to encourage them to just go sell some products? Why they have so many kind of training, so many books reading and writing about Amway business? So I think that is a question that I had when I started the business. So I think there must be something else about the Amway business. Today I want to show you 4 information, 4 facts that are very powerful to me. And I'm sure that this information will also do the same for you. Let's start with the first listing. And this thing will blow your mind, because when you think of Amway business, many people in the old days, they think of soap business, detergent business. For my life, when I was born in 1982, when I heard of Amway, I never think about soap or think about detergent. I think about Nutrilite, the supplements, because I was born during that time. Some of you heard about the Amway business, you might think of the water treatment system. But those people who are living in the world right now, in the social networking world, what is Amway in 2012? And this is a good question, because this answer back in 1959 might be a different answer. Amway maintained the same concept, same foundation that make Amway a global success, no matter in North America, in China, Vietnam, Southeast Asia, Australia, Europe, Africa. Amway's been around for almost 90 countries and territories. So I want to make sure one thing, that there must be something. Stay tuned, finish this video and try to understand the Amway business in the new dimension. The first listing I'm going to be sharing to you guys today is from the Internet Retailer. Internet Retailer, many of you has been hearing about them for a long time. They come up with a list called the top 500 Internet Retailers. And those businesses are online business. Let's look at this list number 1. I want to show you one thing. In this list, you see that the number 1, of course, many of you can guess, that is Amazon.com. And many of us, including me, we are the user and also customer of Amazon.com. Number 2, Staples. 3, Apple and Walmart, and the list goes on and on. And in this list, got so many companies that you've been hearing of. All 500 names. Look at number 30. Amway is there. This list is the first list that I saw in 2002. After I've been trying to look it up, what Amway is doing right now, rather than just selling products. So I think if Amway is only knock on doors, how can they make this kind of, gigantic sales and make it a success like this? So today you need to change your point of view, that Amway is an internet business, it's e-commerce business. But this business, you can own it, you can capitalize on it. But let's get to another facts about the Internet Retailers. They have so many kind of industry, like book industry. Of course, Amazon is also on the list, number 1 list on their bookstore. But when you come to health and beauty, let's talk about health and beauty for a little bit. When you think about the world's largest industry in the whole world, since the beginning of history of mankind, the first industry, the largest one, is automotive. Of course, cars. Everybody needs cars and everybody buy cars, and we love that. And that is the number 1 largest industry. Number 2, the second largest one, is information technology. Of course, Facebook, Google, Apple, all those companies like Sun's Microsystem, like those IT companies are in this industry. And the third largest industry in the whole world, they called wellness industry. Wellness simply means health and beauty. health and beauty become a very mega trend. That's what they call it. Mega trend means they are driving the world economy and they're driving our behaviors. No matter where you come from, you are driven by these factors, health and beauty. And when you think about golf, the first name comes up is Tiger Woods. And when you think about health and beauty in the whole world of industry, the first name is Amway. And Amway also on this list as the #1 online health and beauty retailer in the world. And this is a new fact to me. I didn't, never, ever own Amway business because I'm not the owner of the Amway company, but I own my Amway distributorship business. And in order to build a business with the world's largest and the most successful online health and beauty and number 30 in the internet retailer, I think that's something. This is quite a very good opportunity for you to come and take a look what you can do with Amway, how you can capitalize on it. And this is the first fact I want to share with you. The second one, I'm going to show you a list from Forbes magazine. Forbes has been around for quite some time. I think you are familiar with them because they are one of the most trustworthy and credible magazine for business and economics. And they have one of the very most powerful listing also. One of them is the America's largest private companies. Amway has been ranking in the largest private companies of American companies for a long, long time. And in 2011, Amway is ranked in number 28 in this listing. Let's look at those companies in the list. You might be familiar with PricewaterhouseCoopers or Ernst & Young, the accounting firms, US Food Service or Toys R Us or Enterprise Rent-A-Car, Hilton, Bloomberg, or Avaya, if you heard of them. Avaya is a voice over IP company. Neiman Marcus, of course, you shop with them, and Hallmark Cards. These companies are private American companies, has been running the business globally. And one of this listing, Amway is also in the list. So many Americans, in North America or even in Canada, those people has been hearing Amway since 1950s. And many people ask, is Amway still around? Of course, Amway is still there and still growing very big. But of course, the volume of Amway worldwide is much larger than US or North American, Canada and US itself. But this is the new updates that Amway has been growing no matter, you get to see them or not. So today, I think this is second fact is something for you to feel some updates, some vibration about what Amway has been doing for the past 55 years. Let's look at the third listing. This one is from Fortune 500. Of course, Amway is not a public company, but Amway would be ranked in the Fortune 500 as a number 242nd if Amway were a public company. But because Amway is a private company, Amway is not listed in the Fortune 500. But the reason I want to compare this is those companies in the Fortune 500 are, they have big market capitalization, and of course they have many, employees and global operations. Amway was one of these companies if Amway is a public company. What is this fact is telling us? It means that no matter what we are doing in the whole world, you will have more chance to come across Amway business. That means our business is global and it's everywhere. But sometimes you never heard about it, doesn't mean the world doesn't know about it. So this is some information I want to share with you. And the fourth one I want to share with you is very important because this one is a little, scientific, point of view. This list is from the Patents Board. Patents Board, every year it has been published on the Wall Street Journal, both in the newspaper and also in the website. They've been talking about many things. Let's look at the listing here. Amway has been ranked in the consumer products category as number 18 in terms of innovations and patents. When you look at the companies that have patents all around the world, in consumer products category, Amway ranked at number 18. And Amway also ranked at number 2 in research intensity. That means in the global consumer market company, Amway ranked number 2 in the sense of research and development. Ranked at the number 4 in science strength. That means Amway has many science and many scientists, many PhD, many high-profile people working in the Amway company to come up with great products. And number 7 in terms of industry impact. So this information is very, very intriguing. And I think it's very important for us to share about these facts before we get into the Amway business. What do you get from Amway business? But I think this thing is very, very purposeful. If you try to understand this, you will know that many questions that you've been asking has been raised. Some of you think, is Amway a pyramiding company? Is Amway a legitimate company? Of course, this list tells you everything. You don't have to ask those questions again. Is Amway possible? Of course, it's already possible. It's dead. It's already happening. Is Amway going to be good for me? It's going to be too late. I joined Amway when Amway is already almost 50 years. That means many, many millions of people joined Amway before me. But of course, it doesn't mean when you join. If you join first, you didn't do anything, it doesn't mean anything. But if you join today or join tomorrow or join later from anyone else who joined before you, but you start to do it first, you start to do it seriously, of course you're going to get a result. So that is the idea I want to share with you in the first part, that Amway got so many amazing facts. Lastly, I want to share with you some pictures that for you to see and for you to feel that Amway has been around here for quite some time. So this one, if you are guys or you're girls, you have been, associated with Amway in a certain degree. The first one I want to share with you is Orlando Magic. Of course, many people heard of them, Orlando Magic, the NBA basketball franchise. They are very big and successful. And do you know the home stadium of Orlando Magic? It's called Amway Center, formerly known as Amway Arena. If you play games or PlayStation or Xbox, you will see those signs saying Amway Center, Amway Arena. That's how the young generation get to know what Amway is all about. But of course, they only heard about the name, but they don't know what Amway is. When you think about any kind of sport like NBA, Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner is the most valuable player 2 times, and also most valuable player in the Super Bowl. He played for New York Giants, Arizona Cardinals, and St. Louis Rams. So Kurt Warner is quite well known in North America and even around the world, and he's the ambassador, the brand endorser of Amway Global Opportunity. So this is also something I want to share with you in terms of sport like racing, NASCAR, Turner Motorsport was also sponsored by Amway, and even the hockey. If you have hockey fans, Detroit Red Wings. If you are Major League Football fan, San Jose Earthquake, or even Los Angeles Soul in Southern California, the female soccer team. Amway's been doing a lot of sport advertising and a lot of endorsement around the world, like AC Milan. These people, has been very familiar with Amway also, because it's a proud sponsor of AC Milan for their Italian soccer club. So I think this information will give you some sense that Amway has been doing a lot of things, and it takes some time for this information to come to you. And why I'm telling you this? Because if you want to start a business, you need a partnership. And in Amway are manufacturers. They build and they make great products. And we are distributors. That means we don't build and we don't make any products, but we sell and distribute these products. You can do it offline, you can do it online. And in order to be sure that you build this business, and this business is built on social network, and you build on trust you create with your friends and the people around you and the people in the line of sponsorship. Of course, it started from you. And then one day from you, the business grow to 40,000 people, 50,000 people in your network. In order to achieve that, you need a belief and a trust and faith to understand that the partnership between you and the Amway founders' families in the private company, building the business side by side together. It means something for you to know these facts. And I'm sure that if you listen to neighbors, you listen to your friends, they are not wrong. They tell you whatever they want to tell because it's opinions and it's fine for them to use their opinions. But for you to, in order to make a very legitimate sense of building a business, you need facts. And I'm sure that Amway is not just a fact. Amway is a multi-billion-dollar fact. Here comes another question that you might be asking the same with me right now, is why are we even in Amway business? Of course, you need that reason to be able to finish this business and succeed in this business. You need to know the real reason why you are in Amway business. A lot of people just jump into the Amway business just to make money. It's okay. It's righteous to do that. But of course, just making money, is it good enough? Of course, it can be good enough. But I want you to know that there must be more reason than just making money, because there's a lot of opportunity out there that you can develop your income, not only in Amway business, But the real reason why some people decided to do Amway business full time, some of them even do it as the only source of income, just like me. Before I was an investment banker working in the investment banking firm in Bangkok, and I was running my own business, outsourcing online business. Then after I found out about Amway business, I decided to build this business and eliminate all kind of responsibility that I have with my job and my business, all obligation. I quit my job, I started Amway business, I quit my business, sold my shares just to do Amway business. There must be a legitimate reason why I commit myself that way. Of course, not everyone has to do that. Some of you might start Amway business alongside with your current job or your business, but many of them, one day when they succeed in this business, they tend to choose Amway. Why? Because that's not just only making money. So let me talk about money first. Of course, there's a lot of things about money that you can talk about in Amway business. You can make a lot of good income. For example, in North America, the average platinum level can make an average like $50,000 a year. Of course, not everyone can become platinum, but everyone who commit to succeed can become successful in Amway business. Some people think about, oh, what is the success rate of Amway? How many people really make it in Amway business? Let me tell you this way. If I don't know how to swim, you think, can I swim? Of course I can. In terms of human being, I'm capable of swimming, but I just don't know how to. But if you want to teach me to be able to swim, you think it's possible? It's possible. You think it's up to you or up to me? Up to me. If someone can succeed in swimming, is it something about intelligence? No. It's just something about you want that or not. So Amway is not a can or cannot attitude. It's about a will or will not attitude. If you want to make it happen, you make it happen. And I guarantee to you that everyone who commit and willing to do whatever it takes to succeed in anything, they are likely to succeed. That's the fact. In Amway, it's the same thing. If you want to be able to swim, of course you will. In Amway, if you want to succeed, commit yourself. Learn everything you need to learn, because there's no investment in Amway business, and there's a lot of opportunity out there for you to learn how to build a successful business from successful people. So that is the fact. So in terms of finance, in terms of income, I want to show you one video. But this video is show you is from our group in Bangkok, Thailand, how these people develop their income. Of course, in Amway, even you know me personally, I never even show my income to anyone because it's personal stuff. Of course I can share, but it's not a right way to do the business by drawing people just how much money you make. I don't do the business that way. But some people in Amway business also concerned that they want to see the possibility. So for the sake of possibility, I want to show you as a group how many people are earning. Of course, there's a lot of people earning in different amount of income. Some of them earn a lot, some of them earn more, some of them earn many. It's up to them. So I asked my group leaders, or some of the leaders, to send me some of their statement income per month, and I will combine them into a video and show it to you. All of those money you will see in Thai currency, which is Thai baht. And of course, in your local currency, the income varies. It's also about the inflation, also currency. So you don't have to compare exactly into currency based. You have to compare in terms of a quality of living. In Thailand, 100,000 Thai baht or 100K in Thailand is the same as the early income for the medical student doctors. Medical doctors, when they graduate, they earn around 100,000 Thai baht per month. So that's the income. So when you look at those income, you will get to see that the ability for people to have the same quality of living, like medical doctors, for example, is 100K. So let's take a look at this video. And one day soon enough, I would like to ask all my downline leaders from around the world to share their income and combine to the forever and a day global income samples. Because we want you to know and to feel that anyone can do it. Why not you? If they can do it, of course anyone can do it. And always remember, all these people, including me, we joined Amway. For me, I joined Amway when Amway already almost 50 years old. So it doesn't mean all those questions already been eliminated. All of those questions, always, people ask the same question. Is it going to be okay if we join now? It's going to be too late or not? All those questions are eliminated because we show you already that we join later. But we might make more than people who join before you. It's not about timing. It's about dedication. It's about hard work. It's about dreams. It's about motivation. It's about commitment. If you have all those things, of course, this business is for you. So that is for the finance. But the second one I want to share with you is fast and firm. Fast and firm in this sense, what I'm talking about is Amway as a tool, as a financial vehicle. For example, if you're 25, 20, or 30, for example. If you're 30, you spend 2 years or 4 years in Amway business, building Amway business for 2 to 4 years. And once you succeed at a certain level, for example, like executive diamond. So let me put North America example. In North America, you will earn around 200,000 at least for executive diamond, for example. Of course, not everyone earn exactly like 200,000. It depends on the organization structure. But 200,000, for example, is it a good income? Of course, not the best income you can have in the Amway business. And of course, some other professional can earn like that, or even more than that. But for example, if 2 to 4 years, you could build a business that gives you passive income like $200,000 a year. Of course, some EDC or executive diamond makes much more than that. But if only 200,000, and you have all 365 days to enjoy with your family, your wife, your children, your husband, your family. You travel the world. You have your free time. You get to do whatever you want to do. And that is the point we're talking about. Amway can give you that opportunity to live that kind of life. So that is what I call fast and firm. Because once you build the Amway business correctly, remark correctly. That means if you build a house, of course, house is an asset. But if you build it wrong, you don't finish it. How can a house become an asset? Amway business is an asset by model. But if you build it wrong, of course, it's not going to last long. In Forever and a Day, we strive to teach people and educate people to build the business sustainably and make it long and last long. Because if you last long, the business in general in our group will last long too. Because in this business, if you make it successful, we are successful. The only way that I can succeed is to help people succeed. If you want to earn 100,000 K per month, make sure you make those people in your business earn a lot as well. You will earn a lot. And if you want to earn that much forever, make sure them earn forever. So that's the same concept here in the Amway business. It's fast and it's firm, and it makes you finish your life as you want, and you can retire much, much sooner than you think. Make sure you choose the right tool as Amway as a new tool for you. So that's the second part I want to share with you. The other one, I think this one is very important. Freedom. Of course, if some of you live in America, you know this is the land of the free, home of the brave. And in every country, like where I come from, Thailand, we are a free country also. Everybody is free out there. Of course, not everybody, but most of the people. We consider we also have our freedom, we have our dignity, we get to do whatever we want. But the freedom in the sense I'm talking about, or the Amway uncommon freedom, is about the ability to do whatever you want to do with your own time. For example, if you are working in a company as an employee, if you want to go to Bora Bora, Tahiti for 1 month with your family, of course, can you or cannot you? Or you can do that, I don't know. It depends, because you need somebody approval. Or in business, if you want to travel around the world and also make sure your business is growing, of course, not everyone can do that. So Amway business is a tool where you can start with no investment, almost no investment. Of course, there's some investment, like, you get to sign up, you have to pay some sign-up fees and some product to use, whatever. But it's all up to you. And this is not much compared to any other kind of businesses. So Amway can give you the opportunity to have the freedom to enjoy. So I think the freedom in Amway comes from finance. If you have a residual income, passive income, you don't have to worry about where the money coming from. You build it right 4 years and you enjoy it another 40 years. Trading 4 years of your life in return for a free 40 years. That is what I'm talking about. And when you have the time freedom and you have the income, and the last thing you need is peace of mind. Every business will give you this peace of mind. A lot of business can give you a lot of money. Also, some of you may have time freedom as well. If you have some professional to do something for you, you get to be free. But peace of mind is what is the most important element in the Amway equation that give you an uncommon freedom. Come and check it out. And you will learn and understand deeply that uncommon freedom does exist in Amway business. So come and feel it, and you will get to know that, oh my gosh, life is so good. Life like the way it's supposed to be. And Amway can give you that sense. Of course, not Amway, only the business in the world can give you that. Many others, but at what cost? How long? Amway can give you 2 to 4 years with commitment, study, hard working, learning. This is what I want to share with you in terms of freedom. I'm going to be showing you some video also. In this video, we'll give you some aspect of Amway business. I think it's a very good video. It's a video about my life. Of course, I'm not only one represent Forever and a Day or Amway. There are so many people out there that represent Forever and a Day, and a lot of people represent Amway. We are single one family, so I'm only just one example. There's a lot of thousands of people, tens of thousands of people out there who having the same life that we have. And you also have a good life. But you can have a better life in Amway, the way you want it. This is something very important. So I want to be sharing about this idea about how you build family business. This is another one, family business. When you talk about family business, doesn't mean you have to put all your dad, your mom, and all your relatives into the Amway business. No, it's up to you. Some of them might join, some of them don't. But at least if you do it yourself, you succeed in this business, you'll be able to take care of those people in a very short period of time. I'm not talking about months or weeks. I'm talking about in terms of years, couple years. You can, I don't know, if you be able to give your parents a globe and ask them, pick 1 country or 2 countries or 3 countries each, and we'll spend 6 months in these countries. And ask your parents, what were your dreams that you wanted to do when they were young? Something like this. And you can make that dream come true. Of course, you need what? Time, money, and you need that peace of mind to be able to give people their dreams. And I think it's a cool thing to do. If you are a son or daughter and you can do this to your parents, Amway can enable you to do that. If you have a daughter or you have a son, you have your children, think about what you want to do with your children. Of course, you will have the time and the peace of mind and the money to do and enjoy life. Family can also do the business with you. And in this business, you can pass on your business to your children when they grow up. Because in this business, you register as a company. So I own the company. For example, in Thailand, my company is Twinkle Networks. In US, also the same name. Of course, in other countries, we build the business. We are the distributor of Amway. We own our business. We pay tax. We pay proper tax. And of course, in US, this is the 1099. It's not the W-2. So you can understand the benefit of building the Amway business. It's not just only a job, it's a business. So that means it's your own. So this is the cool idea that you can duplicate the same idea and build Amway business in any other countries that you want. Amway is a global marketplace. You are a global guy. You are a global citizen. You could build this business anywhere, but make sure you finish the first country first. Learn how to make it successful. And then you duplicate the way you do it in everywhere. And that's another one, is friends. After you have the family engaged in the business, or even they don't, you do alone, just you, for example. If my wife don't do Amway business, it's just, if she's still working as an engineer, of course, let you do that. You build the business successful. When you get to travel, you get all the benefit times 2. Your wife go with you. So same thing, if you're a wife, your husband doesn't agree with you, just do it, make it successful. Your husband enjoy Amway, of course one day they're going to join you in Amway business. But me and my wife, we built a business together since we were young, even when we are not yet married. We even met in Amway business. So this video have 4 parts. The first part is about the everyday life in Amway business, how we do the business. How we get to talk to the people, we get to meet our pictures. beautiful one. And every time I watch this video, my wife and I almost cry because why? It's real life. It's how we made it in Amway business. Try to understand what we are doing in Amway business. So that is the first part. The second part is about inspiration. In Amway is a great opportunity, unlike any other businesses out there, that you get a chance to stand up and inspire other people. Of course, when in the beginning, I got inspired by many other great people around the world. And one day, when you succeed, you learn how, you make it happen, you get to share with other people. Use your God-given gift to inspire the world and give back to the world. And I think that's the work of God that you can also do in His behalf or whatever you believe in. But in order to help other people, I think it's every diligent's dream to be able to support others. In every business, once you succeed at any level, you get a certain level and chance to inspire others. So that's the second part about the cool thing in Amway business. And I'm sure a lot of you listening to me now, I'm sure you have that capability to inspire the world. But you need a stage, and Amway will give you that opportunity to do that, and you will love it. When you get a chance to see those sparkling eyes, the dreams and the hope become real, and you be part of them. And I think that is the finest thing in the whole world that you would ever dream about. And you will get that in Amway too. And the third part is about how you live your life, or we call lifestyles. Quality of life is good around the world. I think so many countries, we have good quality of life. But lifestyles is not about the money. Lifestyle is about balance. It's about how you live your life healthy, how you live your life with time, and of course all the wealthiness that you have can be enjoyed only you have a good health and you have the time to do it and the peace of mind to do that. So lifestyle is what reflects in this third part. And the fourth part is about traveling. Of course, many other people around the world also get to travel many times a year. But in our business, we're talking about first class, free of charge traveling. When you get to Diamond, you get to travel business class, free of charge. EDC and above, Executive Diamond and above, you get to travel first class. And I think that is also a very privilege because you don't have to pay. Who the heck on earth will pay for first class, even you're rich? Because business class is good enough. It's the big difference between economy and business. But for first class, everybody who fly in first class, they never pay. Somebody pay for them. And in Amway business, that's how Amway value, and that's how Amway honor you when you succeed as an ambassador for Amway. So EDC is the first point that you should be thinking about. And it takes around 4 years. Of course, somebody take 10 to 20, somebody take 2 years, I don't know. But average, reasonably, should be 4 to 5 years. You can become EDC. And think about that. EDC is a good life. And you can enjoy that part too. And we finish all this even before we turn 30 years old. And now, I want you to see that video and feel that video just to see that this is what your future should be looking like. Or if for you and your loved ones, they can enjoy this life too.
You and I, we share a common dream, the financing. Together we've been through from mystery to reality. Tough times, we're never scared. Our destiny is what we share. Uncommon freedom beyond compare. I lay my love and my soul, put on our dreams and our goals. I will take my chance and try the best of me to reach my goal and leave eternity, and I won't look back. Cause I made my choice on the way just to live, believe in dreams that no one would dare to be. Cause we are one forever and see. Proceeds to show the world how we achieve possible dreams. Keep walking down this path, the rainy days will never last. Glance back when falling down, you're not alone. I warm you up when you're cold. Pressurize dust into gold. I will take my chance and try the best of me to reach my goal and leave eternity that night. Won't look back, 'cause I made my choice on the way just to live, believing dreams that no one would dare to be. 'Cause we are one forever and take my chance and try the best of me to reach my goal and leave eternity that night. Won't look back, 'cause I made my choice on the way just to live, believing dreams that no one would dare to be. 'Cause we are one forever and a day. I will take my chance and try the best of me to reach my goal and leave eternity that night. Won't look back, 'cause I made my choice on the way just to live, believing dreams that no one would dare to be. 'Cause we are one. Take my chance and try the best of me to reach my goal and leave eternity that night. Won't look back, 'cause I made my choice on the way just to live, believing dreams that no one would dare to be. 'Cause we are one forever and a day. I will take my chance and try the best of me to reach my goal and leave eternity that night. Won't look back, 'cause I made my choice on the way just to live, believing dreams that no one would dare to be. 'Cause we are one. Take my chance and try the best of me to reach my goal and leave eternity that night. Won't look back, 'cause I made my choice on the way just to live, believing dreams that no one would dare to be. 'Cause we are one forever and a day.
Wow, for me, if I get a chance to see this video every morning, it reminds me that we are just an ordinary couple who have the opportunity to get to understand an extraordinary opportunity like Amway business. I want you to be able to imagine that this is not just a dream or some kind of, motivation, but it's just the truth that it just simply can happen to you. And I just thank God for all that. Last thing I want to share with you is about friends. Because in this business, we get to make new friends. Of course, the friend you know, they are great people. And the friends of friends that you don't know, that you will get to meet them in Amway business. In fact, you will get to meet them on Facebook anyway, but of course, there's no relation much. But in Amway business, it works the same way, like social networking. It keeps passing on from people to people. You get to meet all kinds of people. And I just feel so thrilled to think of it that way, that each morning when you wake up, think about how many new people God gonna make you to meet today. So how many of them God will send it to you? Those people, you don't know them in the morning and you get to meet them. At night you came home, you make new friends. And those are great people. Because in every business, you will get to meet positive people. You get to hang out with great inspirational people. Some people that sometimes you think you miss them in your life. You will get all of them back in Amway business. Those of them are come from your friends, your network, or even your own downlines. Some of them are sidelines and some of them are your uplines. Those people who bring the business down the line to you. And of course, we got the same opportunity. We get to build the business from the same ground zero. And we goes up, it's up to you. Friends you will make not only from your own country. When your business expands into another country, you can stop them. Before Amway, I have many friends in many countries too. But after building this business, we get even much more great friends around the world. I think I have friends around the world in more than 50 countries. I'm not a president, I'm not senators, I'm not a rock star or pop star. But how can we make friends that much? Some people think, oh, come on, we don't need that much friends. Of course I know. But once you get to know these people, you will know that you want to make friends with them. No matter they're more successful than you or they're not just successful like you, but they are great people anyway. You will get to love this part of the Amway business. If you like that, whenever you go to an airport in a new country, there's some people waiting there for you to see because you inspired them and you don't know that. And because of you, got inspiration from them, and one day it just worked in turn. And that is the beauty of this business that I like. And that is the last element I want to share with you. In fact, in Amway, got so many things to share, but since we have limited time, we want you to get through a lot of other things too. So one day when we get to meet and you learn more about the Amway business, you will get to see even more thrilling story about the Amway business, and you will get to know that by yourself. I'm pretty sure about that. And last thing I want to share with you today is about our preparation, our plan for you. In Forever and a Day, we strive to make sure that everybody who comes into the business through us will get to learn how to build the business rightly. So how do we make Amway righteous? Of course, motivation is good, education is also good. So we bring both parts of Amway business together with you. So we get to learn how we do the business. Just make sure you finish the DVD. You learn every aspect of the Amway business. When you apply your sponsor, I make an appointment with you next time, you get to see them. Go and see them, ask questions. Don't worry, they will be willing to answer anything you want to ask. So make sure you ask them questions. Every time they give you a new DVD, finish them. Try to make sure that if you don't get Amway this time, I'm pretty sure one day Amway will come back. And I want to make sure that every person we meet them in Forever and a Day, we want to make sure that they get to know firsthand from the professional, so they don't have to make wrong decision or they have to prolong to make this decision. So make sure this time you get to learn everything you're supposed to be learning. Okay? And lastly, there are so many functions out there that we prepare for you, and you get to see this business in real life from people around the world, from the function of people in your local area, in your city. No matter where you live, we have meetings. And even online learning tools that we have in foreverandaday.com, you will get to learn anything that you want to learn. Make sure you spare your time, you set aside those quality time of yours, pay attention to this business, because in this business we don't ask you to pay anything. You don't pay that much. You pay just a sign-up fee, but we never ask you to pay anything. But we ask you to pay attention. So try to learn the business. And last video, I want to share with you. This one is a video that my wife and I just took a trip in the US, and it's a very good one. So this video will give you the example that there are a lot of things that you can do out there. But in every business, there's something that you can do. This is only our dream, just one couple dream. So this dream represents my childhood. When I was young, I was playing on the sofa and the couch at home, and I like airplanes. I love airplanes. And I was asking myself, I watched a movie, Pretty Woman by Richard Gere. Do you remember that one? Richard Gere and Julia Roberts. There's a private jet in that movie, and I was asking myself, hey, what kind of people get to ride on that jet? And of course, in Amway business, the reason that I started to pay attention at first is I saw some nice pictures of the people who succeed in this business get to travel in private jet. Of course, there's nothing much about private jet. It's just only one ride, two ride, nothing much in your life. There's something else much more than, riding a private jet. But this is just an example in terms of material, in terms of lifestyles that you can get from Amway business. Amway take you travel for free of charge. You can also travel on your own too. And this is what the trip is all about. Just a small trip that we make with my wife to celebrate my 30th birthday. Always remember, I started this business zero. I don't have anything. I just started from zero and a dream, and that's it. And this is only the first part of our life. We still have 35 years or 40 years, or I don't know how much time we have left. But at least for my teenage life, my early adulthood life, we have been doing this business, and it is the result we want to share with you. We are still working hard for our goals in Amway business. We have our dream. We want to do something significant. We want to do something just beyond ourselves. We want to do many things, and I think you also want to do that too. Finish your life, your personal matters, your financial problem. If you're a young people, if you finish your financial problems, or you get rid of them, you make sure your finance problem will no longer exist before you're 30 years old. How about the rest of the life? But if you're older than 30, just make sure you finish it by 4 years. Just make sure you finish it fast. And I'm pretty sure that whatever Amway company prepare for you, and whatever we as your upline and your line sponsorship further in the day prepare for you, it's just more than enough. What is missing is only you and your commitment and your wildest dream. Think about that, what you want to do in your life. And see you at the top. Thank you. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Dreaming wide awake. This is the life I make. I don't need a holiday to make me feel this way. Listen up, take a chance. You can sing, you can dance, you can live like there's no tomorrow. Give it time and you'll find there's a groove, there's a rhyme. Move along and the rest will follow. shine like stars. We shine like stars. We shine like